अवज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, in the previous chapter, we've been reading that what does it mean to be in Vrindavan? What is Gopinath and Sakhi Smaran? Huh? Who is qualified? Who is not qualified? What choices do you have? What choices do you not have? Because people sometimes they speculate. So the speculation is also not so good. So all these things are there in the mind of a sadhaka, and he doesn't know how to overcome all that. So I'm 100% sure that this book is definitely going to give us so many ideas and so much of clarity on the revelation of the Swarup and what is the Manasi Seva and how to do the Manasi Seva. Amani na मान देन कृष्ण नाम सदा लवे, ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण सेवा मन से करीबे. And when we talk about the Navda Bhakti, the Navda Bhakti also Smarana is one of the most essential and most important thing which we all have to do. In fact, Rupa Goswami is saying that समर्तव्य से तदम विष्णु विस्मर्तव्य न जातुचेत. हाँ, सारे के सारे शास्त्रों का the essence of all this scripture is always remembering Krishna and never forgetting him. So how can we remember Krishna? The platform, we have only four plots on which we can remember Krishna. Actually, we have five plots to which we can remember Krishna, but four points are most prominent. Naam, Roop, Gun, or Leela. The four which are written in scriptures, and I personally feel that Ram is also one of the plot which can make us always remember Krishna. But then Dham we see mostly from the external point of view. When our prospect eventually changes with familiarity with Dham, then eventually or gradually we loses that particular plot or the interest or the curiosity which anybody should have. We lose everything. Even we lose the qualification to see Krishna being in Dham. Sometimes we are in Dham and we are seeing, oh my God, it's so much of traffic, so much of chaos, so much of garbage, so much of materialistic mindset of people, so much of materialistic people around. We're seeing all these things, but we forget there's the same Dham. When new people they come, they get some kind of curiosity. They cry for Krishna, whatever. Anyways, I mean, what I'm saying is the Dham is also one of the plot, through which you can remember Krishna. I don't want to go more deeper into this because we are not in the lecture session. We are doing a reading session. So in the reading session, we should read what our acharyas or whatever seniors are saying. Okay. Chapter 4, glorious Braj Dham. Power of physical being. Haribol, I'm so sorry. So the chapter is Glorious Braj Dham. Power of physical living in Dham. Vrindavan here, Vrindavan there. The sweet transcendental reality is the same. One is tangible, seen, and felt. The other is just behind the curtain, waiting on the stage of Prema Bhakti. In the previous chapter, we discussed practicing Raganuga Bhakti while living in Vrindavan. Glorification of Vrindavan is so inspiring and exciting, however, that more of her unlimitedly sweet and amazing glories appear in this chapter. Regarding the uniqueness of living in Braj Mandal, the Padma Puran Patal Khanda says, anyone who spends even one day in Mathura Vrindavan will attain Hari Bhakti. Aho, Madhupuri Dhanya Vaikuntacha Gariyasi Dinam Ekam Nivasena Haro Bhakti Prajayate. So the Brahmana Puran says one achieves the bliss experienced at the stage of prema just by touching Mathura. Parnandamayi Siddhir Mathura Sparsha Matrataha. Okay. Muthusama Sindhu. So of course, this will never ever happen just by living a day in Mumbai, Moscow, Manhattan, or anywhere in the Maya Jagat. The word Mathura is Mathura Mandal means to churn, spin, or agitate. Very important point. Mathura Mandal means to churn, spin, or agitate. That and that's exactly why residence here is so special because Rajdham has the power to agitate one's mind with thoughts and feeling for Krishna and make one forget everything else. From my 30 years of continuous residence in Vrindavan, I can personally say that unlike anywhere else in the world, Vrindavan has a distinctive otherworldly atmosphere or ambience. There is some special enchantment in Braj that practically every visitor feels upon coming here. Devotion to Krishna is imperceptibly floating in the air. It's all pervasive, touching every heart with a drop of joy. It's the kind of happiness every heart hankers for. This is a taste of Krishna Bhakti, and this Vrindavan is a land of Krishna's love, waiting to embrace all who venture forth. In Bhakti Ratnakar, Sri Raghav Goswami, a resident of Govardhan, became completely impatient and overwhelmed with bliss. When he started narrating the glories and benefits of being in Braj, he said, one who bathes anywhere in the Braj Mandal or sees the holy places there is freed from one's sins. Padma Puran. Simply by touching the dust of Braj, one can attain ecstatic love for Krishna. Living in Braj Mandal is possible only by the grace of Sri Krishna, for without it one can not stay a second. Srila Krishna's Kaviraj wonderfully describes the transcendental position of the Vrindavan situated right here, right now. Beyond all spiritual abodes is the abode of Braj Loka or Sri Gokul, which is also called Sri Gokul, Golok, Shwetadipa, and Vrindavan. Very important point here. So, beyond all spiritual abode is the abode of Braj Loka or Sri Gokul. Again, beyond all spiritual abode is the abode of Braj Loka or Sri Gokul, which is also called Sri Golok, Shwetadeep, and Vrindavan. Like Sri Krishna's transcendental body, Gokul is unlimited. ठीक है, supreme and all pervading. Brajloka spreads above and below without any restriction. Although by Krishna's wish it manifests in the mundane universe, it only has one basic form and not two separate ones. The soil of Vrindavan consists of thoughts, gems, and the forest are full of wish yielding trees. But one with the material eyes sees it as a mundane plane. The true form of Braja Dham manifests to one with the eyes of love as divine land wherein Krishna is playing with his beloved Gopas and Gopis. One of the best thing about living in Braj and nowhere else is this universe is that it enables one to see pastimes of Radha Govind Yugala. How is that? Sukhdev Goswami answers saying, Sri Hari is very intimately connected with the always present in Vrindavan, Madhuvanam, Yat Sinnidhyam, Nityad Hare. Since Sri Krishna, Sri Radha, and all the beautiful damsels of Brajabhumi are still living here right now and eternally in Vrindavan, a Raganuga Sadhaka who lives here doing bhajan will one fine day see this. O Krishna is here, living eternally in Vrindavan, and I see that Kamadev Sham, with his blissful smiling face, is forever increasing the lusty desires of the Braj Gopis, Sushmita Shri Mukhena, Brajpur Vinitanam Vardhayan Kamadevam. In the above verse of the Bhagavata, the first line says Jayati Jana Nivaso Devaki Janma, which means that the Krishna, the son of Devaki, second name of Yashoda, eternally lives gloriously among the cowherds of Vrindavan. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains the word Jayati is in the present case, meaning Krishna is victorious and eternally in this world, in Vrindavan, in his holy name, and in his Hari Katha. Sarartha Darshini Tika. In short, living always in Vrindavan, Vaje Vasasad means to always meditate upon Radha Krishna's Ashtakali Leelas, while ideally, if one can, residing in a Nitya Leela Sthali like Radha Kund, Govardhan, Varsana, Nandagaon, Yavat, Sevakunj, Nidhivan, or others. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Prad says, one must meditate upon Radha Krishna along with their Vraj Leelas and never meditate on Radha Krishna without their pastimes. Shri Krishna, Shri Leela Sahitayor, Ev Evo Pasyatam Tvam Na Leela Rahitayo Leelayam. If physical residence in Sridham Vrindavan is impossible, however, then Sri Ji Goswami advises, then one can live elsewhere, but always remember Radha Govinda's eternal pastimes in Vrindavan. Physical, mental Vrindavan is best, but only mind in Vrindavan will always bring success in bhajan. ठीक है ना, physical and mental दोनों वृंदावन is good, but वृंदावन the mind will bring the success in bhajan. Very essential point. Srila Prabhupada explained, when one's mind simply becomes fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna, then one's mind becomes as good as Vrindavan. Wherever Krishna is, there also are Srimati Radharani, the Gopis, Gopas, and all the Brajvasis. Thus, as soon as one fixes Krishna in one mind becomes identical with Vrindavan. So, although one may live outside Vrindavan, one should not be satisfied and complacent with that, and never become attached to it. Rather, one should intensely hanker for the auspicious day or the life when one can physically and mentally live in Braj Dham, absorbed in Radha Krishna, Yugal Bhajan. Shri Narottam Das Thakur says, Hari Hari Kave Habo Vrindavan Vasi. He expressed his sentiments in his bhajan. ठीक है, oh Hari, when will I be able to live in Vrindavan and see the beautiful radiant form of Radha Govinda Yugal? When will I give up the happiness of sleeping in a wonderful, luxurious bed and smother my body with the dust of Braj? Braj Bhumi? When will I give up the desire for tasty food and live on the begged food Madhukari in Braj? When will I wander around the forest of Vrindavan and sometimes take rest on the cool, sandy bank of Yamuna? When will I find relief from the scorching sunshine under the cooling shades of Vamshivata? When will I sit in Kunj amidst and elevates Vaishnavas? Oh, when will that day come when I give up everything and run to Vrindavan? Srila Prabhupada glorifies living in Vrindavan. When describing Raganuga Bhakti, Srila Rupa Goswami states that residence in Vrindavan, physically or mentally, is very conducive for practicing Raganuga Bhakti sadhana. In support of Brajvas, I want to share with my readers some rare verbal gems that I found while walking along the beach besides the ocean of Srila Prabhupada's Vani. By reflecting upon these sacred words, you will surely increase your love and appreciation for Sridham Vrindavan. To facilitate understanding, we have arranged the code by topics. So first is identity of Vrindavan. So Prabhupada said the earthly Vrindavan Dham is always representation of the original Vrindavan Dham in the spiritual sky. Consequently, Vrindavan Dham is as worshipable as Sri Krishna. Second quote है, in Vrindavan, this Vrindavan is as good as Krishna. Always remember that Vrindavan is Krishna's land. Man mana bhavamad bhakto. है ना, कहते हैं मध्याजी माम नमस्कुरु. So Vrindavan is Krishna's land. The Brajvasi is born residents of Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada said, anyone who is living in Vrindavan, even the cat and dogs, they are also glorious. Simply by living in Vrindavan, if they do not commit any sinful activities, they will go back to home. This disciple. Do the Brajvasis need a spiritual master? But no, generally, naturally, the Brajvasis are Krishna conscious. Disciple. But they don't have a spiritual master. Prabhupada says, yes, he has a spiritual master because spiritual master is within Chaitya Guru, the Paramatma. Srila Prabhupada also said, Shastra says that you should approach a Bhagavad, a devotee who is living in Vrindavan, a pure devotee, and surrender unto him. That is Tirth Yatra, not that coming here to Vrindavan and taking bath in Yamuna. So you know the purpose of coming to Vrindavan is to look for a pure devotee or surrendering to him. Then only this is the real Tirth Yatra. We sometimes come and take darshan of all the temples and we just go away, and we don't understand the value, that actually unless we associate with a Vaishnava, we will never be able to uh, will never be able to relish Dham. Dham will never, it will never reveal to us. This is written in Bhakti Sandarbha actually. ठीक है ना? Or maybe no, the Srimad Bhagavatam only. One of the cantos is writing. Anyway, so living in Vrindavan, Prabhupada said, those who are living in Vrindavan, they should try to understand Krishna Tattva. That is their business. To live in Vrindavan means to know Krishna, how he appeared here, how he played here, how he executed his pastimes here. These are all celestial, all transcendental. Jai Radha Madhav Kunj Bihari. So, as Krishna is worshipable, similarly his Dham is worshipable. So, we should be very much respectful to Vrindavan Dham, otherwise, we'll be offenders. Dharam Pradha. If we remain in Vrindavan, we should know that we are living with Krishna, how much we should be conscious and careful. Vrindavan Dham is also Krishna. We should never commit. We should never commit sins while living in Vrindavan or anywhere else. But if one living in Vrindavan somehow slips, then Vrindavan will help him. Because I'm living in Vrindavan, Vrindavan Raj will cure me, will purify me. That's the fact. Yes. And ultimate benefits of Brajvas, Prabhupada said, if you actually live in Vrindavan carefully without committing any offense and sinful life, then in this life you are going to Krishna for sure. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय Any question you have?
No, no, Prabhuji, everything is understood and very nicely in the book it has written. You also explained very well. मतलब काफी अच्छा लगा, मतलब कई चीजें मतलब सामने आ रही हैं और जो फैक्ट है वही पता चल रहा है, मतलब हाउ टू,
Right.
कि हमारा मन में कैसे
You
विचार
know,
होना
we
चाहिए.
have to live in Vrindavan, and if we are not able to live in Vrindavan, then we have to engage our mind in Vrindavan by meditating on all these things, Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela. Okay? But that's not all either. We are doing that and we are practicing it, but we should always and always and always back in our mind, this should have that we have to live in Sri Dham, Vrindavan. So, and as long as we have this mindset, we can easily progress in Krishna consciousness. And we can actually live in Dham, And why? See, there are two ways to remember Krishna, of course. One is a favorable way, another one is an unfavorable way. Like how Kamsa was meditating on Krishna, but he has attained the Krishna Loka because he was continuously meditating on Krishna. Same happened with Hiranyakashyap also. In fact, Hiranyakashyap, when he was meeting with his wife, was thinking about Krishna, and his child was born as a devotee of Krishna. So Bhagwan ki jo mercy hai na, it's like when the shower comes on us, it's always there to relish us. So the name, Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela, and Dham of Krishna, all these things are not different from him, and all these things are there to give us the relishment, spiritual relishment. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु